Hello, I am Summer Sherland, and on behalf of the Southwest Oral History Association, I'm so pleased to welcome you to SOHA's virtual Oral History Bootcamp. The bootcamp was inspired and designed by a wonderful team of oral historians, Anthony Graham, Dr. Juan Coronado, Dr. Carol Bat-Jajak, and Dr. Marcia Gallo. Like a lot of you out there, we were facing this team of designers was facing kind of this strange disconnect between ourselves and the craft of oral history on account of the challenges that came with 2020 and 2021. Some of us were feeling a disconnection to the craft, we were feeling limits on our productivity, and maybe we weren't even able to conduct interviews because of COVID-19 and restrictions on social distancing, etc. So that's why we designed this bootcamp with 4 major initiatives in mind. 1, learn from experts. 2, connect with others. 3, get some intentional, intensive, focused training. And 4, get stuff done. That's why our bootcamp is not a traditional conference. Think more retreat than webinar. You know, if we were attending a retreat like this in person, we'd all get together every day over coffee and we would talk about our productivity, and then we would sort of go off on our own for the rest of the day, think, read, research, write, and then maybe gather in the evening in small groups and then start it all over again the next day. And we'd all have something to be proud of by the end of the week in terms of productivity. Well, just because we can't be in person doesn't mean we can't do this exact formula virtually. So that's what we're going to do. Each day will look the same. You'll come together as a group to hear from an oral historian, an expert, or a practitioner to discuss companion readings and reflect on our previous day and how we've been productive. Then you'll select some sort of daily challenge or assignment to work on for the rest of the day. There's a list of potential challenges linked in the syllabus, and we invite you to choose what you want to focus on based on whatever your goals are. So for example, you might conduct a mock interview or create a curation plan. You can work with others to determine which challenges meet your needs, or you might even in some cases design your own. Then get to work. You're sent off for the rest of the day to focus on whatever it is you're working on in oral history that week. At some point in the day, you'll check in with your mentor. Now, you will be assigned a mentor group, and the group itself will determine how you will function. So some of you may decide to meet in the afternoons or evenings via Zoom. Others may choose to simply correspond via email, text message, etc. It's going to be up to you and your mentors to determine how you're going to do that. Then you'll wind down your day by reading some really intentional assigned materials on oral history, and then you'll be prepared for the next day's session. That's a lot, but like everything else, you'll get out of this what you put into it. Each of you has determined a goal, or in some cases, several goals to work on towards each day, and we are here to help you. That's why you've been assigned a mentor. That mentor is going to be checking in with you individually or as a group to see how you're doing every day. They're going to give you feedback and encouragement, and you've been assigned this mentor based on your stated goals and your indicated level of experience with oral history. I've been looking over your goals for this bootcamp, and wow, we've got some incredible research being done. Some of you are teachers working on lesson plans. Others are new to oral history, just hoping to design and conduct an interview from start to finish. Some of you are developing plans to donate completed oral histories and archival materials to a library. You can work on any and all of these things this week, and selfishly, I can't wait to see your progress. You're going to be watching this video most likely a few days before our bootcamp begins, so now is the time to prepare for success. Here's how. 1, set a goal if you haven't already. What do you want to accomplish this week as you focus on getting stuff done? 2, assemble materials. There are a few things that are required for success. You're going to need a reliable internet connection and a reliable computer with video and audio capabilities, either built in or attached. You also need a reflection journal. Throughout the week, we're going to be asking you to think back on how you're doing on your productivity, and some of the challenges actually require reflection. So you can do this in any way. You can have a Google Doc on your computer or a Word doc, Or you can be like me and just get like a little 5x7 journal that you can write in. It's up to you. You also need to assemble any goal appropriate materials. If you're planning to conduct an interview in person, you need some sort of method for recording that interview. If you're going to do it virtually, you need some sort of method of conducting and recording that interview virtually. Or maybe you're working on like filing and organizing your materials. Well, then you need things like file folders and Post-it notes, right? So whatever it is you think you're going to need over the course of that week, I would encourage you to get those materials now so you're not behind on day one having to run out to the store. The other thing I'd like you to do is familiarize yourself with our syllabus. The syllabus contains links to assigned readings and daily challenges. And just a note on those challenges, we're going to be using the South Phoenix Oral History Project's podcast for those challenges. You can find the Oral History podcast link in the syllabus. It's available via Spotify or iTunes or any number of streaming sources. And there's a challenge for each episode, and EPs are only about 10 minutes long. So for example, if you choose the episode called Conduct an Interview, you'll listen to a 10-minute sort of description of conducting an interview, and then the challenge is go conduct your interview. A few expectations of ours for you before the boot camp begins. We really hope that you'll turn on your video. I know how tempting it can be to turn on your webinar on Zoom or log into Google Meets, turn off your video, and then multitask. You know, you can read, you can write, you can grade papers, respond to email. And I really, really hope that you resist the temptation to do that. This is a retreat. This is meant to really engage you in your own work. And we really want to hear from you. We want to know how things are going. We want to see you and we want to interact with you. Some of the sessions will be very interactive with, breakout rooms and small group work assigned. Of course, if in doubt, adhere to your own sense of comfort, privacy, and Zoom or virtual meeting etiquette. Another expectation, this is not a class. You are not going to be graded. Treat this boot camp like a chance to get your work done, and we are here to help you. Now that said, at the end of the week, everyone who fully participates and contributes to the boot camp will earn a certificate of completion. That doesn't mean if you don't meet your goal or if something changes and you're not able to achieve the things that you wanted to achieve this week, that doesn't mean you won't get your certificate. But if you do kind of disappear over the course of the week, then you haven't really completed the boot camp. So stay with it. Focus on getting your work done, and we will reward you in the end with our support and our guidance, but also a certificate of completion for those of you who need that on your CV, or if you're a student working towards these kinds of goals. Also, when the boot camp ends, we may be asking some of you to present on your experiences at this boot camp at a regional or national conference. If you're interested in that opportunity, I invite you to reach out to me and let me know, or tell your mentor. And with that, good luck. And welcome to the Southwest Oral History Association. That's right, as part of your registration, you're also granted 1-year membership to SOHA. And I can tell you SOHA is a very active, very influential regional organization. I've been a part of it from the early days of my PhD program, and I really hope that you feel as welcomed to SOHA as I have over the years. I'll see you soon. Bye.